Good afternoon, friends. It is Monday, May 24th, about 1:45. And yesterday I finished up one of my chunky journals, and I'm getting ready to start a new chunky journal, and I'd also finished up one of my mini books. So I thought I'd share how I was going to start it. And I am probably like a lot of other people, I just kind of dive in, and I don't have any plans for it, but I thought I would share it with you and just show you some of how I jump into it. So kind of a good way to get started is to just start. How are you guys doing? This is a typewriter, and it says famous quote, and I have to get my glasses on. I even brought them over here because I knew I'd end up needing them. So I'm going to put this in the front of my little journal. It says, "He who marvels at the beauty of the world in summer will find equal cause for wonder and admiration in winter." George Burroughs. So I love old typewriters. I wish I had kept mine and a couple of others that I would have had an opportunity to have. And I didn't, but you know, if I ever come across another typewriter, I will definitely get it. So, one of the favorite things to do is to start out a new journal with something that just kind of makes you want to dive in. And this is my bag of washi tapes. And I wonder how long it'd take me to find the one I want, which has a typewriter on it. Let me look. If it takes too long, I'll just pick something. And it looks like it's going to take me a while. And I'm sorry if you're going, there it is, there it is. Well, I called the doctor, if you watched my last one, because I've been sick, and I was hoping it wouldn't go to bronchitis. And as far as I am concerned, it hasn't, because I feel like doing this. And if I had bronchitis, I doubt I'd feel like this. Or at least when I've had bronchitis before, I couldn't breathe. But I am going to go ahead and go to the doctor tomorrow. And I don't know. Oh, I wish I had something big to dump this in. Hold on, I know I just got started and I'm already blotching this up. But I really want to use my typewriter washi tape. So I'll do this for right now. Anyways, yeah, I've had bronchitis before, and I had to lean forward, but I do have a nebulizer that I breathe with now, and I already have Duonebs, which if anybody's familiar with that, that's a double medication, and I have been using that besides some of the over-the-counter prescription pills, which have helped tremendously. So maybe I got ahead of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask the doctor about it tomorrow, make sure, because things tend to go straight to my lungs or my bronchial tubes. Yeah. Well, I'm not finding it, so it wasn't meant to be. So let's just try a thin one here. Anyways, I'm very glad to feel like doing something. Dawn is out golfing with our son and his new bride, who is not golfing but riding the cart. She got a nice set of golf clubs for Christmas, but since my son and my husband both work at a golf course, they're golfing with some of their golf buddies. which is extra nice to be able to play and work at the same time with your golf buddies. Oh, gee, I think I'll just have room for that one. So since that's the case, I'm going to head and put a little more color on it. Yeah, that just basically takes up the whole space, doesn't it? Sometimes I use Mod Podge and put a cover on the book, so I'm not too worried about getting any glue on it. You know, I've kind of stopped this using. This is really good in the winter, but I think in the summer with the air conditioner on in the house, which I do keep on all the time because I do have a hard time breathing, not just with this. So any kind of heat really makes it hard for me to breathe. So I've been turning to tacky glue for everything. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because I think it gets so dry, you know, where it takes the moisture out of the air. And then I know Linda of Messy. Hi, Linda. I'm so sorry. I'm always doing that to you. Please excuse me if that bothers you. I'm very sorry. But anyways, she was complaining about that glue not too long ago, and I don't know what her home situation with air conditioning and stuff is, but sometimes it's like that glue will just not, it's like nothing. It just doesn't stick. So I need to get a paper towel to wipe my fingers off. So anyways, how are you all doing? I hope you're busy with your art. I'm gonna have to try to make sure I'm in the screen here. You know, this is just so relaxing. I've heard other people just say that they can lose themselves, and I lose myself for hours every day. I am not a part-time junk journalist. I am a full-time junk journalist. Because even when I'm sitting in my chair, I'm cutting out of books, magazines, advertisements, anything anybody will give me that I can cut. And this is my little box my son gave me. It's got his, he got some really nice golf balls that came in here. And he said, I thought that would be perfect for your junk journaling. So that's what I'm using it for. Let's see if I have anything else I would at all. I haven't been doing as tiny a little cuts as I usually do, but I will. Let's see, I saw this. This comes from the Dollar Tree. Isn't that cute? There. Okay. Started May 24th, 21. Copy. And then when I get done, I'll put when I ended it. Now, a lot of people do suggest, and I think it's true, that if you work from, oh, look at that, the very first one I grabbed, my typewriter one. Ooh, that's so aggravating. Oh, I gotta go ahead and at least put a little piece of this in here. Oh my goodness, can you believe that? Oh. Anyways, if you work from back to front and front to back, you know, keep alternating, it helps the book in the middle to stay more even. So I'll do that. I think I was telling you Saturday, was it, that I had been given literally this huge box that somebody had gotten through an order for Walmart or something, and they had put just tons of magazines that were all called Muzzle Blast. And like I got all kinds of pictures like this, all kinds. But I thought, you know, this is what I grew up with in my school books when I was in school, these kind of pictures. So, but Muzzle Blast is definitely a hunter's book of knives and black powder guns, and guns that, you know, the pouches that the black powder they carry in order to use the guns, and some of the beautiful rifles that are made with carvings, both metal and wood. So I was really surprised how much I absolutely loved these pictures, and it has a lot of history in it too. This said, good books create knowledge, virtue, and happiness. So in my big book here, I'm going to set that aside because I got quite a few things for books. Here's somebody writing. That came from the Muzzle Blaster magazine. And so did that. Just all kinds of really cool things. What's that say? Writings. And that's wilderness. I think that would go there. Called my aunt, who is going to be 88 in July, and she was at my son and now daughter-in-law, I got married last weekend, was at their wedding, and I hadn't spoke to her. She probably wondered why she hadn't heard from me. And we had a very nice conversation. She was surprised I'd been sick. And I told her that's one reason I hadn't really called or talked to him. What's that? Oh, just a little, I think I'm gonna put that with the writing. There are so many interesting little things. I said to somebody, I said, I put really odd things in my books. And they said, oh, I'd like to see what kind of odd things you put in your books. So here's your opportunity. For right now, until I know what else I'd like to do, I'll just do that. I do have this bag of scrap fabric that I've kind of collected from a few people. Oh, I don't even know why this is in here. This is eventually going to go to my daughter. I used to sew a lot. Let's see. My mother did that. Isn't that cute? Can you see it? It's a kitty cat. She embroidered that. But I did this for my daughter years ago, and I embroidered it. And then I wrote on here, Cats at Play. I originally made this embroidery with Joan, my baby, in mind. Then after many years of being stored away, I have just now brought it out to use it, and Joan now has a little girl, Lauren Catherine, of her own. My nickname from my Uncle Sean was Cat, and Cat is the beginning of my name, Catherine. So there you go. And that Lauren that was born when I got that out and did this graduates high school. Oh, I know I'm taking a little time here. Alright. This is very old fabric, so this would go good with that picture. Am I covering up much? No, not really. Looks like that's the right side and that's the wrong side, so. I do have Mod Podge, which probably would be better for this, but you can still make this work. There we go. Just cover up the words of what was on the... All right, since that has to dry, just little tackiness has come through and I don't want it to run the picture. I think I'll go ahead and set this aside. And this is my brand new book. So I'll put started May 24th. And there's my new start. And I need to get some of my big pictures here. I have Ziploc bags with pictures in them too, like this. Oh, there's a good one. I think I'll start out with that one and make some of this about my book. And since I started out with washi tape, I think I'll go ahead and kind of keep that theme up for today. Lord knows I got enough washi tape to go through. And I still would purchase more if I was someplace that was selling it. I do like Walmart's, they have individual washi tape you can buy. And it has quite a bit on a roll, so if you really like it, I'll show you one of them. I've got several from Walmart. Take my glasses off here now that I can see. I'm looking for one in particular that I really love. This is from Walmart. See how much comes in a roll compared to, say, some of the regular. Let's see. They have a big difference. This is a blue, dark blue, almost black that I'm looking for. Oh, there's some of my glues or inks. Oh, come on, I don't have that much in here. I wonder if I've set some of them aside someplace. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this has, I've used it a lot, but this, isn't that pretty? Yeah, I think I'll put that next to the gold here since it's got gold in it. Okay. There. I don't know what he's reading there, but it's definitely not regular writing, so maybe it's Chinese or something. Again, I don't have my glasses on. I've already taken them off. You see muzzle blast right down here? I got that. And this says, which I have to put my glasses on again. That's what I read before. Good books create knowledge, virtue, and happiness. And you know, when I was growing up, that's what they taught us. They taught us the importance of reading good books. I don't know about this counterculture right now. It's doing away with a lot of those books, but I hope the really good ones that have stood the test of time stay around. Because it represents a time period that, you know, maybe they weren't politically correct or they weren't right, but they represent the knowledge and understanding that people had back then, whether it was right or not. And there's still things that can be learned from those. Or at least that's my thinking. Even if you learn it, you know, wasn't correct, and teach from that. Like I said, I had a number of things that were definitely about writing. And I may have to wait until I come across them. A lot of history in that black, or not black, well, it's black powder, but the word of caution: don't yell, come and get 'em too loud, or the next 5 camps downwind will find out where that mouth-watering aroma is coming from. That's cute. Oh, there's books. I do have a few things with words on them, if I can find them. Oh, I think in the meantime, I'll use this is really narrow tape. Usually I don't have a problem finding the edge. Now, let me try a different one. Must not be the one I'm supposed to be using. There. So we'll just pretend maybe that edge has something on it. What's this say? Forever. Friends forever. Okay. Friends. Already got glue on my fingers, making everything stick to it. Friends forever. And I hope that's what we can be on here. You glow, girl. So what have you guys been working on? Anything interesting? And this says animal something. Party animal. I don't think that goes, but I'm going to do it anyways. All right, let's see. She looks like she's carrying a book bag, so that will do. A Native American book bag with her books in it, and she's got her baby on her back. And you know, some still do that. My daughter used to carry her baby either on her back or on her front, depending on what it called for. And it's funny, that daughter is always loved this, probably the closest to always wanting to be exactly right by her side. Okay, green is for money, so we'll put some green on there. Okay. It's pretty washi tape. Looks like it's got cherries on it. I think I'll put that on both sides of the page. Let me show you what else I absolutely love to do. This is my watercolors, which I thought maybe I'd get out today, but I don't think I will. I just love to take crayons, and I won't even pay any attention to the colors I'm picking. I'll pick those out. Need to put my glue up. It's starting to get towards the end of the bottle, so this is what I do, is I stick it like this against these, and then it drains down whenever I'm not using it. Let's see, I use that one. And it just kind of covers the page up. So that way, wherever it has it's going to have a white spot, it'll be covered up. Okay. By the way, I got these blue scissors, little red scissors that I have. These are the red ones. They look just like them. Get a package of 2 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. I know a lot of you do too. I'm not going to be real fussy about this today. And the only thing I can think that I've got to do soon is my jelly plate. I may even do that later on. I'm just so excited to try these leftover magazines from Muzzle Blast, because the paper on a lot of them is so absorbent. I can tell it's got like a cotton cloth, old-fashioned kind of ingredients is in the paper. And I think it is that magazine, because I've had plenty of magazines that are very glossy that have come from the early 90s, so yeah, see how a little bit of that will show through. Let's see if I can show you some of these. Grab a few down here. Here's one of them. It just has this really cool feel to it. And I noticed these tend to roll too, so you can almost tell the paper by the way it rolls. Looks like a Daniel Boone kind of person. And here's somebody nursing a piece of coal to make a fire. So yeah, as I said before, see black powder. As I said before, there's how they make fire in a piece of wood. I would have never thought I wanted these magazines. I would have said no, because I'm so against guns or anything that harms people. I have a lot of political stuff, but they're of all sorts. They're Democratic, Republican, they're old, they're newer this is just a page I got. I thought it was a cute picture. They're old politics, they're new politics. I mean, as I said before, I'm not really a political person, but I find history of all kinds, even today's history in the making, fascinating. And I think we all have our opinions on certain issues. I've never seen so many comics in my whole life. Oh, this was cool. I wonder if I could even find that picture real quick. Probably not, since I'm looking for it. But I do know about where it is in this pile. I even saved that. This was a rack of comic books. There's a library. There it is. Isn't that cool? This came from a book. So I think I will put that in the middle page. I'd love to hear in comments anything that you're working on. Or if I don't even know you've got a page, maybe you can let me know what the name of your page is. I'd love to look and see what we like to do together and that might be in common. Here's the other markers I like to use. These are gel markers. I keep a little thing in there because with the gel marker, I'll use the, I don't know if that's gold or what that color is. Anyways, you can rub off any excess wax. See, all excess wax comes on it. All right. I like that. I forget the name of this book, but I got this book out of one of those neighborhood library boxes that they have. It's almost like a big mailbox that people put their books in that they don't want anymore. I've got a pile of books I need to put in because I keep taking out stuff for either this or my grandchildren to read. That's where I got this one. I need to cut that off, I think, in order to make that work. Yeah, just put that right on top there, and that way you can still read it. And this. Yeah, if you ever get it to stick, just kind of put your hand in there and slide it. All right. I'm just going to take a little wedge of it off. You can see what it was. It was the beginning of bookshelf. It's got books from here to there, and then that's carving. I think I'll use that for right now. Let's see what else. I love these little things that I've collected. That's even cool. Another old picture. Not my family, but and see the hand holding the old hand. That's sweet. I think I'll put it down there. Books kind of represent the passage of time, don't they? Tell our stories. So that's what I'll put down there for that. I guess I can put it right there. And, oh, that kind of got, it's okay, you can wrinkle these pages up and they're still just fine. It looks like the same little girls. I think I'll go ahead and trim off the edge so it'll fit a little better. We'll put that right there. I think these are the same kids. I'm at 40 minutes already. I think that's where the edge is. Well, maybe not. There it is. Instead of gluing it, we'll just do that old-fashioned. Kind of looks like that wild turkey would be running around. I don't know where my thicker graphite pencil is, but this will do. Just go around the edge of that. Kind of covered the turkey's turkey. Yeah, it's a turkey. Covered her face up. All right, sisters. Got a bag full of markers and pens. See, I have a color for everything. Oh, this would be like that type of marker. Sisters. I think I'm just going to use a black marker. Sisters forever. Let's see if I have pink one. Can't find a red one real quick. All right, I think that's all I'll do for right now. But thanks for watching if you've watched all the way through. And let me show you my pages real quick. Did that one. And that one, of course. And my first page for books and writing. And I did the coins, which I want to do a little more on that. This is the fabric, which does look kind of old like that. And another writing again. So we got to start 2 new books with me. And I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you later.